How's it going? Nothing yet. Just set up in a new area. Finally started marking some though. Lake Michigan out of Muskegon. Trolling for salmon. Hopefully get a king or something to anything tonight be alright. Yeah, it's finally starting to cool off. It's been ripping hot all day. It's like 82, 83 degrees. I spent most of the early afternoon out in like 130, 140 foot of water. Marked a couple of fish. I think I had one hit on a dipsy diver, but that was it. Now that it's cooling off, I ran in about a mile from shore, just out from the harbor mouth. I was gonna head into Muskegon Lake and jig, but when I got half mile or so from the harbor, from the opening of the mouth, I started marking stuff, so I figured I might as well give it a shot for a couple passes. That's pretty impressive. It's always fun when you get free stuff someone else has lost as your gain. I'm assuming you must have found it like on the bank or in a tree branch or something. Start this turn, start heading back towards the mouth of the river. I'm going to bump the speed up a little bit. Yeah, finding stuff's always great. Anything free is worth saving up for. I was out on the Detroit River, and this would have been years ago. We were jig fishing, and hey Kingston, and jigging for walleyes, and I caught a brand new rod and reel. Still had the price tag, the plastic, and everything on it. Somebody got snagged. They must not have had it in their hands, and it ripped it out of the boat and into the water. Yeah, I think that was the only thing I caught that day, so that was fortunate. No size limit. Keep them any size. Rule is 5 per day, no more than 3 of one species in combination. So steelhead, coho, chinook, I guess Lakers if you were fortunate enough to get one. Goal is just a big fish. I'd be happy with one. Over 10 pounds would be nice. They get big though. You can get them over 20. Today, nothing. It's just been bluebird skies and super hot. So I've been waiting for this evening point to come up. Hey, Tiffany. Yeah, the kings will go, you can get over 20 pounds. So, no, I've been waiting for this sunset, getting dark, starting to get cool. Thanks, man. I'd be happy to get one. Planning on being back out first thing in the morning, right before sunup. Staying in the harbor at a local hotel, so I should be able to be right back on the water first thing in the morning versus my normal drive over here is like 2 hours, and then with traffic and fuel, call it 2.5 to 3 hours. All right, man, I appreciate you stopping in. Yeah, no, it's supposed to be bent like that. So, I don't know if you're familiar with a downrigger, but this is a downrigger. And it's got a steel cable, runs down to a 10-pound lead ball. And then the line goes up, down, and goes to a clip on that ball, keeps it in place. So you want your rod loaded up like that, so if a fish hits, the rod wants to spring up, take up the slack. I've got 3 rods running right now. There's that downrigger there. There's another downrigger over here, and then this outside one is running on a planer board with just a deep diving crankbait. Trying to get stuff in the teens to 20s. Yeah, it's just me on the boat. Hey, Spencer. Salmon, target would be kings, if I could get a king. But there's cohos and a couple other things around. Watching my depth finder right now. I'm marking some fish in the area that my gear is at, so if I can put the right bait in front of the right fish, hopefully I catch one. Hey, group chat. I'm driving the boat. I've got steering wheels right here. I appreciate the sub, Spencer. I just started kind of last fall posting more stuff, and hopefully we can start doing this a little more regular. I wish. Now, if I get a fish on one of the rods that are on the downriggers, you'll see the rod go from bent over, and it'll come up, and then it'll go back down again as it tightens up on the fish. Yeah, Spencer, I'll sub back up to you. Still marking plenty of stuff, marking fish at 48 or 49. Baits are down 34, 28, and then this outside one's probably in the high teens to 20s. Speed up just a little bit. Turned into the wind, so I'm losing speed. Yeah, Tiffany, I like eating fish too, especially fresh. Definitely tastes different than when you buy them in the store and they've been sitting in a truck for a few days and then sitting in a store for a couple of days. You guys have to bear with me for a second. It's getting to the point where I need to get my lights on. I gotta find them. They're in the side pocket over here along with a million other things. So here, I'll turn it so you guys can watch a pair of rods at the same time. The one rod's bouncing because it's on a planer board, so you might be able to see there's a yellow plate kind of skipping on the water out there. That's pulling the bait away from the boat. And then this closer rod is on a downrigger. So give me a half a second here. Let me find these lights, get them on. There we go. Lights on. Now we're legal. Have to adjust that one rod. I don't like that it's sitting right up against the downrigger like that. Tiffany, yep, I'm driving the boat. Steering wheel's right here. I'm sitting at the steering wheel right now. Thank you, I appreciate it. This is second attempt, my first day doing live streams. I tried doing a live earlier, but I was probably 4.5 miles, 5 miles-ish out from shore at that point, and just couldn't maintain a good enough signal, so I didn't want to sit there and have it keep fading in and out. But now that I've run in, I'm closer to shore, plenty of service, signal's good, so it should be a good picture. Here, give you guys a view around. It's very nice sunset right now, so hold on, let's flip this camera. Sun just setting down behind the lake. And that is Muskegon and Muskegon Harbor. Some of the sand dunes. Yeah, Tiffany, I'm driving right here. I'm sitting right at the steering wheel. The only time someone won't be immediately at the steering wheel is if I get a fish. But I'll be standing, and if I need to make an adjustment to the boat, I can reach up one hand and turn the boat one way or the other if I need to. Marking lots of bait, plenty of fish down there. I don't know. I don't have any spoons out right now, so I wouldn't think a coho. Maybe on the flasher fly. But if it's the rod on, not that one, but the rod over there, it's not in camera. If it's the one on the downrigger, that's probably going to be a king if that gets hit. The other one, it could be just about anything. It could be a pike, it could be a walleye, it could be a salmon. Don't know. That's just running a big deep diving crankbait, and that's down, I want to guess, about 20-25 feet. I will say this is the first time all day where I've been regularly marking stuff, so I feel like the chance is good that we'll pick something up, but it's fishing, no guarantees. I'd rather be doing this than be at work right now. We don't need these anymore. I'm sure I've got raccoon eyes from baking in the sun all day though. I'm gonna give it one more pass. I'm heading up towards the mouth of the river that feeds Lake Muskegon. With as much as I'm marking, if I don't pick something up, I'm probably going to pull everything up and then make a run into the lake and do some jigging for a little bit. Here, show you what I'm looking at on the depth finder. So, focus. So this is my boat, this area I'm in. That right there is one of my downriggers. It's kind of hard to see, there you go. But that's a big school of bait that we're going over. So I would hope that if I'm marking bait and marking individual fish, that I'll be able to pick something up. But you can see that constant line. Sorry if it's making anybody sick, but that constant line that's showing up right there is the downrigger that's on the same side as the depth finder transducer. But I would imagine that bait ball that I just went over, my baits are going through it or around it right now. I should probably have a spoon out, would make sense. might pull that planer board in and put a dipsy diver out with a spoon, but still marking plenty of stuff down there. Go a couple hundred yards and see if anything shows up. I do at some point gotta fix my front navigation light. Just had a boat go blowing by, so a little bit of chop. I do appreciate you guys coming in and watching. Hopefully you can get something. marking more bait and more fish down there. Got to find the right one. Or hopefully have something out that they're interested in. Fish down there now, right kind of in the area where my baits are. Keep marking plenty in the 30 to 50 foot range. Appreciate everyone who's come in tonight to watch. This is my first attempt at doing a live stream where I've got decent signal. If the audio's bad or picture's bad, somebody let me know. The other boats are starting to head in for the night. A couple still out fishing, a couple heading in. They were way out. I was out by them earlier. They were maybe 5 miles, about 140 foot of water. At 35. I think it'd feel a lot better if I got first fish on stream. I'll have to catch something and show you guys a nice steelhead or a coho. I'm gonna bring that planer board in though. I just don't like the way it's running. It keeps wanting to every time I turn, it wants to drag back into the pack, and I'm worried if I get something on the downrigger while I'm turning, it's going to end up being a mess. So I'm going to bring that in. You guys can see what I'm doing. We might have a fish on this. Oh, we did. He just let go. Yeah, I felt like there was something small on there that, and now I just feel the bait. Dang, that's disappointing. Yeah, definitely gone, whatever it was. Little teeth marks on there. Back at the back. Whatever it was wasn't very big. So, no big loss. We'll watch that rod. About even with the mouth of the channel right now. Hey Mom, hey Jack, Jeannie, Joel, how's everyone doing? that family watch? You guys watch it on the TV or on your phones? Yeah, that planer board wasn't really running right. I just thought it was that the new bait that I was running, and whatever was on it was small. I don't know if it was a small salmon or a bass or whatever, but it wasn't enough to drag the board back. Still marking fish though. 40 to 44 right down to the bottom. 30 and 20, 25, something like that. Snacks? No snacks on the boat. I grabbed some stuff, but I left it in the truck. I do got water though. That was the big thing, with as hot as it was today. I think I went through about half a case of water. If you guys shoot me a text, I can only see it for a split second because it pops up at the top of the phone. Versus anything that's typed in chat, I can see down at the bottom of the screen stays there. So if I miss a text message, just give me a minute and then send it again. Did you guys have a nice day today? Oh yeah, it's gorgeous. Here, since you guys are on. So there's Muskegon, the harbor. That bright light right there. They're dredging the harbor out right now, or the canal. But I mean, the sand dunes over there. Beautiful sunset. Couple other boats. So it's very nice out tonight. Very lucky. Lake is nearly flat, a little bit of wave, but I mean, I don't think you can ask for it to be too much flatter. I brought up water. Northern Lights tonight? I don't know. Are they supposed to be visible down here? anybody else is in chat is wondering who I'm talking to, I've got family watching on TV. They're texting, so messages aren't showing up in chat. Okay, yeah, I mean, it's super clear. Believe it. Kind of cool. Probably going to only go another 15-20 minutes. I mean, with as much stuff as I'm marking and not picking anything up, I don't know if just maybe the water's too warm or I'm not running what they're wanting. I'm going to throw another rod out with a dipsy and a spoon, just because. Put a third rod out. I don't think I'm going to head into the lake and jig. I think I'm going to give it a little time out here and then call it good. Not marking anything big, but man, I'm marking a lot. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different fish on the screen right now between 14 and 41 feet. Depth finder puts off a nice little bit of light. Joel, if you're still watching, those Chamberlain releases that I'm using are really nice. You can put a ton of pressure on them, crank the line down real tight, and still pop them free to be able to bring the bait up. So, 10 out of 10 would recommend. They're maybe a little harder to get the line on than using like a standard pad or a standard clip, but they work really well. I'd like to see how they work with a fish, but I mean, they've held really good today. They haven't, I only had 2 false trips, and that's why I was getting them adjusted. I just had one set really light. But so far, I like them. Yeah, the two trips I had were on the pull up. So because it's two separate mechanisms, a magnet for the release or the pincers for your rod pressure. I just didn't have enough rod pressure on it, and I tightened down too much and popped them. So I pulled them back up and turned them a quarter turn or half a turn at a time, and then they stopped. So. Joel, you think it's too late to be running a flasher fly? Too dark? It's a glow flash and a glow fly. I didn't think it would be, but... So, left rod that rod's running, it's like a multi-green color with a chrome back flasher, and then green and blue glow fly. The other downrigger is running a blue kind of flake pattern J-plug. That's a glow. And then the outside rod on the Dipsy diver is a white Dipsy Wonder Bread, and then a purple and silver spoon. Probably should have swapped that spoon out, because I think that's just a standard spoon. I don't think that's a glow spoon. But I mean, predator fish, they should be able to see it anyways. Kind of blocking the view, but the view back into Muskegon is, turn the boat a little bit and you guys get a little better view. It's really nice. Just couldn't ask for the evening to be any better. So did you guys get to go see Marty yet? If so, how's he doing? I missed part of that. After live feed, look through my phone. All right, I'll check through my phone. I'm assuming there's some text messages or something in there. Good. I'm glad he's doing well. Is he all Northern Lights alert? Well, here, I tell you what, I'll flip you around. I've got a beautiful sunset, but no Northern Lights yet. You guys can look forward. That's northwest. Oh, that's good. So he is all recovered up then. glad he caught that as quick as he did. Yeah, I'll keep an eye out. If I start seeing northern lights, I'll reposition the camera. Make one more turn and go back by the mouth of the inlet, and if I don't pick anything up, I think that's going to be a wrap. I want to be out here tomorrow morning while it's cold and be out here early. I've still got to take the boat out tonight and haul it over. The place I'm staying did tell me in the future, if I give them a heads up, they would find a slip for me so I could use one of their slips or one of their friends' slips. The people there are really nice. So I haven't seen the room yet. Kind of interested to see how it looks in person. It looks, like you said, it looks very nice online. Well, I got work calling. Alright. Well, I am probably going to end the stream, see what work's calling me about, and then if I catch anything, I'll let you guys know. I'll send you guys pictures, alright? Talk to you guys later.